Well, checking in on aging parents can bring up a lot of emotions, and it's not always easy to know what to look for or what questions to ask. But today we've got Todd talking about some key signs to watch for when visiting elderly parents and some important conversations that families should have now about essential documents. So thanks for being back, Todd.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
When you walked in today, you said this is kind of a tough chat.
I know. I wore my Christmas tie
You
to
did.
be happy, but yes, this is not the best of topics, but it's so important.
You're right. And I'm just curious, what are maybe some early signs or some red flags that we should pay attention to when we're visiting those elderly parents or relatives?
Sure.
Whoever?
Two things. Be a little bit nosy and talk, okay? When I say be nosy, when you get there, go out to the garage, look at the car. Are there any scrapes? Are there any bumps, things where they've like not seen well and they've run into other cars or poles or things? And then talk about it. Dad, what happened here? Oh, it was someone else's fault. Well, you would rather catch it early with a scrape or bruise rather than a full-on wreck, okay? Because driving does become an issue once you get older. Vision, hearing, mental processes slow down. Look at the car. Also, look at the refrigerator. If mom always kept a very clean refrigerator, no spoiled foods, no anything, now go in and look at it, and if it looks like a science experiment, that's a problem, okay? Because they forget about it, and with dementia, they start letting things like that go to the wayside, kind of.
Sure. Never even thought about that before. And yeah, I love that you said be nosy, because they might not be forthcoming with some of that information. Kind of beyond those like physical health, what maybe changes in behavior or daily habits should raise concerns?
Well, look at the house. If mom had been very neat her entire life, look at the house and see, has it declined some? Because maybe physically, mentally, they just can't keep it up anymore, and that's a huge red flag. Also be a little bit nosy in the office. Look for mail that has urgent on it saying that they've not paid their mortgage payment or their bill payment or something's being missed, because that's a huge sign of dementia, is when you start missing things like that.
Yeah. How do people even start those conversations? Because you don't want your parents to feel like they're losing their independence, but you also want to stay on top of it.
Yeah. Don't bring this up before the Christmas dinner or before presents, okay? It's one of those topics like after the dinner, after the presents, things are just kind of, settled down. I recommend turning off the TV and saying, hey, let's talk.
Yeah.
Ask them, where are your estate planning documents, okay? Where's your power of attorney? Because that's one thing that if mom or dad have a medical emergency, you're going to need those documents quickly. Where are they? If they don't have power of attorney, please get power of attorney. That is the most important document you can do, and that's what we talked about last time.
Right.
And get those done. And if the power of attorney is over 10 years old, the agent, typically the child, is going to have a very difficult time doing things. And so, mom, dad, where are those documents? What drawer are they in? Because I have clients all the time say, we can't find it. We've gone through everything. And it's like, we have to go to court and get a guardianship if we can't find those documents, and that's not what you want.
No. How often do those documents need to be kind of looked over, maybe updated?
Yep. So typically they last forever, but your agent is going to have a hard time if it is over 10 years old.
Okay.
Banks just don't like old documents. They want to see, has mom recently made this decision? And typically 5 years is sometimes a problem, but 10 years is definitely, if they're over 10 years old, you definitely have to get that updated, redone or something.
Right.
Yeah.
If folks have questions, how can they reach out to you, the experts there?
Sure. Generationslegalgroup.com is our website. You see that on the screen, or just call the office, 479-601-4119. We would love to talk to you. We do a free consult with an attorney who can delve into this a little bit, see if you really do need to come see us.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here. And you
Merry Christmas.
You made the conversation fun.
Good.
So thanks
Okay.
for all of that.
Good.
Appreciate it.